brain when you think you just need to touch it, act, or leave it alone. Happens to the best of us. It was definitely me. I know it's you. It's not just, one person in the world. You're not tripping. The urge to touch your hair is just human nature, just how we walk down the street and we may look at someone's outfit and like something that they have on, and we have the urge to just take a double look or a triple look to see what designer is that, what brand is that, what logo is that, like where have I seen that before, what billboard, what advertisement, like the urge to touch your hair is just the urge to just like that, just that simple, just that easy. Sorry, just making sure my mic was good. But it happens to all of us. What can you do about it? There's not much you can really do about it, but have your own experience and hope it gets better over time, and just make sure that you're learning from your mistakes. And sometimes you don't learn from your mistakes, but that's neither here or there. But moving forward, why do we feel the need to I have some questions written down here. I'm trying to see what did I write here. Why does doing something feel protective? I feel like, in my experience, doing something feels protective because it feels like, you're not neglecting something, you're not forgetting to do something, you're not um being lazy, you're not, checking off, you're not checking off a box. So when you're doing something with your hair, it's like, okay, at least I know I did A, B, and C. I wash, condition, and oil. Even if you don't need to wash, condition, and oil, it's like, okay, I did that. So knowing you did that, it's like, okay, I'm good. But you already did that. And you didn't need to do that again, but you did it again. So that's what I'm talking about in that instance right there. Like sometimes, we just feel like, we got to do something to feel like we're being productive. So for example, you could have just had gotten your hair twisted or styled or washed, and within a week or so you're back at the salon doing it again. For what reason? The style isn't old, it still looks nice, it still looks neat, it still looks fresh, but already you're ready for something else just like that. It's just that urge, it's just that reflex, just like that human nature. Like, an attractive person walks by, that double look, that triple look. Wow. Wow. That's a handsome specimen, or that's a beautiful specimen. That double look, you just have to look, it's just that urge, like, let me just fix something right here because, it may be a little bit of this, that, and the third. It's just that urge to fix something and you don't need to. So, why do we do that? I feel like we do that because of human nature. We're looking at, ooh, Lock Diaries, her hair looks good. Ooh, Ty Dolla Signs, his hair looks good. Understood, understood. Little Wayne's hair looks good. Lauren Hill hair looks good. This person, that person hair looks good with their locks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm striving, achieving to look as good as them or have them look as good as me. Whatever the case may be, we're just looking and judging and touching our hair too much because we feel like ours doesn't look like the next person or the next person or the next person or the next person. Human nature. You see something shiny and flashy, you want to take a look. Ooh, what was that glimpse? What did I miss? Was it an advertisement? Was it a sale? Was it something interesting? It's human nature. You just want to just touch something. You just want to look. You just want to be curious, be nosy, be sneaky, mind somebody else's business. You just want to look. It's human nature. So that's the first thing I want to bring up. You gotta have discipline and motivation to be like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not gonna do that. But it's hard. You live and you learn. Um, Another reason we have urge. On my notepad I have here why anxiety makes us touch our locks. I feel like anxiety makes us touch our locks because we feel like we don't want to mess up. We don't want to forget something. We don't want to fall off the board. We don't want to, mess up the game plan. We don't want to, mess up the routine. So we kind of overthink and overlook and overstress and over evaluate what really needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. And when we do that, we end up touching styling too much, coloring too much, twisting too much, untwisting too much, too many wigs, too many hats, too many scarves, too many protective styles, too much, too much, too much, too much, pretty much like crazy, too much. And it happens to the best of us, and then we get anxiety because all of a sudden, all that too much, you know, made things start happening. Now things are happening with our hair that we don't like. It's not relaxing. It's not doing what we want it to do. It's not cooperating. It's doing funky things. We're mad now. And it's like, I'm the boss. And when it's the boss, it starts doing things like shedding, thinning, breaking off, just to name a few. But moving on, anxiety makes us touch our locks because we're overstimulated, we're overthinking, we're over anxious, we're overexcited about the journey, and we're just making sure, or we think we're making sure, we're checking off all the boxes and we're doing everything we're supposed to do. Meanwhile, we're ruining it. So is it just me? Have you felt like that? Have you been in that era, that loophole, that catch 22, that phase? If you have, you're not alone. It's not just you. I was there too. And many other people are gonna be there with us. So it's all right. You live and you learn. You're not doing bad out here. You're doing just fine. Just let you know that. The next thing on my list is how progress can look boring. I feel like sometimes in the beginning of our lock journey, um, we can be doing great. It can be looking healthy and strong and full and thick and shiny and vibrant and full of life. You can be getting a lot of compliments, a lot of attention. You can be looking at your before and after pictures. It can be popping. And while it's popping and while it's looking all good, you feel like, this is boring. I want to do something else. I want to change up my look. I want to have a different idea. I want to just, go for something different. And when we have those moments, disaster sometimes strikes. Sometimes disaster does not strike. But sometimes, when you're not excited about your hair, that moment you're not excited about your hair, that moment you're over your hair, that moment you feel like, all right, it's long. I've had buzz. I have growth spurts. Like the moment you're just feeling like, take it or leave it. When you get to that moment, that's the one where you really realize it's like it's the crossroads. It's do or die. It's mess up or succeed. And sometimes we mess up and we don't succeed because we take it for granted and we're like, it's okay. It's fine. It's a safe moment to do something. And then, sometimes the moment's not safe anymore. What can I say? This is not a teaching lesson here. This is an experience, there's definitely things I went through. And if leave a comment here, let me know. Did you know about that? When the hair starts looking boring, you start doing crazy things like, getting adventurous styles and colors and dyes and things you didn't even do to your natural hair before you even had locks. That part. That part right there. Things you didn't even do before you even had locks. That part. I say all that to say the boring moments are the moments you should cherish and keep. And the boring moments are not the ones to just wow out and just go crazy and like go on a splurge and just start getting careless. Be responsible. Lock up responsible all the time. Just like you drink responsibly, lock up responsibly all the time. Um and lastly, the last thing I have is the discomfort of waiting. I feel like, in everyone's log journey, even my log journey, I was counting down the days, weeks, months, years, and hours when I felt like, ooh, my locks are gonna be fully locked, they're gonna be long, they're gonna be flowing, I'm gonna be shaking my hair, I'm gonna be doing all this great stuff. And I was so impatient. I was so impatient. I could not wait for my hair to grow to this length, to that length, to the next length. I could not wait to try a color, to try a different color, to do this style, that style. I couldn't wait. I was so impatient, like my patience was really thin in the life journey in the beginning. Like I just couldn't wait for certain like, levels for me to hit certain levels. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't wait. It was really, really like anxious, anxiety, just could not wait. But when I say all that, I'm pretty much saying like, the waiting game is real. again, I got to the point where it was like, maybe I should do something to cover my hair so I'm not thinking about my locks. Maybe I should start a journey where I'm distracted from my locks. Maybe I should not look at my locks for like a week at a time and just forget about what it is. Maybe I should do those kind of things. Maybe I should just try to just tap out and not over obsess. I became over obsessive. I think we all become over obsessive when we really do it because we want to do it. We become over obsessive. We want perfection. We want instantaneous results. We want, no issues, no problems. We want it all. We want it all. And we don't want to wait for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. That's definitely my thing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you got locks? Have you had locks? Someone with locks? Have they talked about these issues? Have these issues come across your mind? Are you thinking about locks? Interesting to know. But to wrap this all up, I really want to say that I talk more about the decisions and lock making process in my book. If you guys know, I have an ebook out now on Amazon, and Gumroad is what mattered and what didn't matter in my lock journey. Be sure to check that out. Description and links is in my bio. And that'll give everyone who is possibly really thinking about doing a lock journey a real brain changer, a game changer, a starting pad to say, I'm gonna do this or I'm not gonna do this. It's gonna let those people also know too, like, don't feel bad about the mistakes on your journey. You didn't do anything wrong, you're human. We only have one life to live. We're not cats. We only get this one time. So why not do the things that make us happy? And if you want to lock up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Um but that's all I got. Thank you guys for vibing out with me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who's going to catch this in a replay. Any questions or comments, let me know in the bottom of the chat. Replay gang, do your thing. If you have a book too, let me know what the name of your book is. You want to know the name of my book, definitely look in the description of my video. Of my channel right now. You'll find the two links, the instant download and the Kindle. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for rocking out with me, popping up, pulling up on me. Subs, do your thing. Mods, thank you guys for holding down the chat. Thank you guys for holding down, what's going on here in these YouTube streets on my channel. Thank you guys for regulating out there in the chat. I do see some weird things popping on the chat right now, but shout out to everybody who's here to show love. Like and subscribe to the channel if you like anything I said here. Um, that's all. Peace out, guys. Have a great evening. Happy Monday. Be safe. And until next Monday or the following Monday when I'll do a live video, a long live, I'll see you guys later. You heard anything today? The urge to do something means don't do it. Don't do it. Step away from the light. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Um, but that's all I got for y'all. Peace out. Thank you guys for popping on my channel. Really a lot of love. And again, link is in the description for that information if you want it. Bye, y'all.